We may be having some more snow, we don't know, but either way spring is on the way, and at least I will try and stay in a state of mind of hope for the spring to actually come, because the winter is getting a little bit long. My name is Nick Dutch. I am the great and glorious tarot reader who occupies this channel. I sort of like live here in cyberspace, all made up out of pixels and VoIP communication sort of thing. But I'm here for you to do a tarot reading. This is of course a completely unscripted video, as of course all my tarot reading videos are. This is a spread which is going out to anyone who's watching this. It's going to be kept relatively general because it's going out to anyone who ends up coming across this video, whether you're a regular subscriber or whether you have just like, oh my word, like that guy looks a bit weird, I'll watch his stuff, okay? You know, whatever. One thing I will say before we even start the reading, okay, is don't forget to click the bell. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, okay? Also, don't forget to subscribe, because there'll be more good stuff coming, so that'll be wonderful for you. And yeah, leave comments in the comment section and let me know how this like works for you and stuff. And if you know you're interested in more ideas or subjects, let me know. I can't do everything that people like tell me to do, but I can read your comments, I can comment upon your comments, and I can think about what you're saying and see whether that affects the channel direction. I can't say fairer than that now, can I? Right, now, here we have a pack of cards. Don't be afraid of this wooden thing with numbers and letters on it. It's a piece of wood, okay? Piece of wood. Don't be afraid of it. Right. Okay. A little bit of a complicated reading because you're possibly dealing with spiky situations, but then again it's also, as many of my more general readings for general people is concerned, suggesting that maybe it's a time to think about how you react to someone else's negativity. This is actually a very important spread for me in my life at the moment, strangely enough. Alright, because I have to look at where the illusion is and look at where the truth is, and I've got to like filter through the difficulties so that I come to a more clear-minded solution. And I've been being a bit of a silly Billy recently. I haven't been thinking things through with some of my social interactions, and you know, things have just gone a bit south, and it was basically all my fault. So this is the kind of reading which I myself would actually need to use, because things aren't as bad as necessarily what's being expressed there. The water energy here is kind of like talking about illusion or delusion. Alright, it's up to reverse. The meaning is somehow twisted or contorted. Over here we got a symbol which to me seems to represent being a bit lazy, being a bit slow, thinking everything's going to be okay and you don't have to do anything. Now that could be related to personal developmental issues, definitely associated with myself. Okay, because I'm a human being and we all have to do that all the time. We always have to carry on working on ourselves and thinking about, are we thinking right, what is it, you know, going through the whole human condition stuff in order to work out like what is really important for us as people and how to move forward with life itself. And sometimes we need to just sit down and write stuff down. You get my drift? Of course you do. So the reading is asking you to see things and seeing people in a different way, despite how intense your emotionality is. Now when it comes to intense emotionality, it's very difficult to get rid of sometimes, okay? But sometimes you got to work through it, and sometimes you just got to stop and sit and think things through, and then everything else starts to develop bit by bit. Signs in the card reading are also quite good for emotional positivity to start being developed. Because if we got some cup signs here, and we got some water signs there, which are also cup signs, they can speak of conviviality. So maybe some of your social interaction has led to a time and place whereby things have not worked out right for you, alright, or there's social misunderstandings going on around you. But there's also a sense of improved, better, and more appropriate for you type of interaction coming, if that makes some sense. But, you know, this is something we've all got to work on, right? How we are perceived, how we perceive others, how we act upon our emotions and our thoughts and our feelings. It's very difficult to not act upon an emotion. Have you noticed that? So therefore, if it's difficult to not act upon an emotion, surely we all need to have more emotional management and understanding put in place. Okay? So what are you going to read? What are you going to find out? What are you going to research? What meditations are you going to do to try and help and assist that? You know what I mean? Okay. Right. So in some respects, it's a good card reading. I haven't done this for myself, I've done this for you guys, but on the other hand there is a bit of a message here for me, and I am sufficiently humble to be able to see that it's there, and also to tell you, because often when I'm doing readings for other people, there's a small percentage of it, which I find is also for me. And I think that most experienced readers would probably agree with that. Alright? It's just the way it is, okay? I'm helping you, you're helping me, we're helping each other, we're growing emotionally, intellectually, spiritually. That's kind of like the way in which I'd like it to be. Now, if you like what you see here, and you really, really, really like what you see here, then there's this thing called the Super Thanks button. Alright, and that's how you can chip me a couple of dollars to just encourage me to carry on doing my work. You don't have to do it. If you can't afford to do it, don't do it. That's not important. But if you can, and you really, really want to show some appreciation to the amazing Nick Dutch, says he, like, losing his modesty. Losing his, no, it's not modesty, is it? It's humility. You know, whenever I say I'm great, I'm not being humble. That's right, okay. Then, you know, just chip a couple of quid to the Super Thanks button. That would be lovely. Alright, this is the cost of living crisis. I am doing these videos essentially to help myself. But it's also, I want my living to help other people on the way. And that's why I do it, if you get my drift. It's not just a question of, hey, this is a great way of making money, as some people think, you know, tarot readers and psychics are about. We're not. Alright, we got a deep bone inside us. We want, you know, a proverbial kingdom of heaven to come whereby everyone's problems is gone. That's essentially what the main core star concept behind all the fucking work I do really is. Alright, does that make sense? Hope it does. I'll speak to you again soon for another delightful video coming out whenever I've got time. Speak to you soon. Bye for now.